It's been 9 grueling, long weeks. Frustrating, boring, tedious, maddening, infuriating. But I'm back. Well, kind of. Well, I'm kind of in a weird spot with my running and my fitness at the moment. I'm basically stuck between two different worlds and it's kind of worrying. On one hand, my running has dropped off an absolute cliff, as you can see, which is a massive problem. An absolutely catastrophic problem, because 9 weeks is a really long time to have off running, especially if you want to maintain any serious fitness at all, but it's not actually long enough to get better at any other way of cross training. I'm stuck between two worlds. And on the other hand, I've been hammering the cycling and swimming. Like, what the hell is all this rubbish? This isn't going to get me any faster. This isn't going to make me fast as fuck. Like, my cycling has improved a little bit. Like, I have a local hill climb just behind my house. And when I first started riding, when my load was quite low, I did it in 20 minutes and 30 seconds. And now I can do it in 17 minutes and 40. So that's like a 15% improvement in times, which is good. So I'm kind of in this weird valley of despair where I'm just terrible at everything. Swimming sucks. Cycling sucks. Running is really hard again. And my running looks really shit. I'll show you. So this is a video of me running right as I got injured when I was still in that denial phase and I was still trying to run. Not good. But as you can see, my arm swing's really good. My hip extension's really good. I'm getting really nice spring off the floor. Everything looks great. What the f happened? Well, I had 9 weeks off running completely, and so this is the result. And as you can see, not very good hip extension. My arms are really low. I'm not getting any bounce off the ground. It just looks absolutely terrible. Look at my face in this. I'm not happy about it. And that's not the only example of this. There's so many videos of me running like absolute shit. Like this one, same thing. And this one, and this one, and this one, and this one. What has happened? The biggest issues that I can see with my own running is that my arms are really low. I have barely any hip extension anymore, and my ground contact time is really long, which is awful and not a good recipe for running really fast, and definitely not a good example of a YouTube run. So how bad of a situation am I in? Well, I'm not dead or dying that I know of, so that's okay. Plus, at the end of the day, it's just running. It doesn't really matter, does it? But yes, still a bad situation, but how bad? That's the whole point of this video. So let's go bloody find out. And no, I'm not just gonna go out there and do a crazy 8K time trial. That'd just be dumb, and I think I've learnt my lessons now. No, instead, I'm gonna run 8Ks at 135 beats per minute heart rate and compare that to the pace that I did months ago before I got injured. I'm kind of nervous for this because a few runs that I've actually done so far, my heart rate has been wild. So back in my prime, I did 8Ks in around 440 to 445 per K on most days when I did it. But not today. That is not going to happen. Oh, by the way, new singlet coming to an online store near you when I eventually settle on a design that I like. So far, this ain't too bad. And it also comes in white. Alright, let's just do it.
3, 2, 1, 0.
Well, that was fucked. That was super fucked. I was about 20 or so seconds per kilometre slower than I was 9 weeks ago, which is rubbish. But I don't think it's all fitness related. I actually think that it's as much fitness as it is running efficiency, because my running form absolutely sucks at the moment. And yeah, they feel very tight, particularly the right side. But I guess this is the bottom, hey? Like, I can't get any worse than this, right? Now, a previous commenter called Arnold asked how to use one of these things for recovery. Good question, Arnold. And hey, Arnold. Okay, so let's use a quad, for example, and excuse the tan lines. Imagine that we have this first quad muscle here and the other ones actually kind of move in this direction, like that, across. So the idea would be that we would use this in the direction of where the muscle fibers actually run. Basically, we're trying to improve blood flow, and so if you can mechanically push your way through those muscles with one of those things, that'll be fine. There you go, Arnold. Problem solved. So, I suck at the moment at running. I think we've just established that, but what's it gonna take for me to get back to that sub 17 5K shape that I was probably in February? Well, I don't know, I haven't really thought about that yet. But I have made a 5K video before, and also a beginner runner survival guide, which is probably a little bit more appropriate for me, myself, right now. My 5-phase beginner running survival guide. Take you from a New Year's resolution. Phase 1, get started. Phase 2, consistency. Phase 3, build strength and resilience. Phase 4, speed. Phase 5, races. Cool. Okay, so there is one race that I really want to do this year, and that's a half marathon in December. So maybe let's start there and work our way backwards. And considering that's about 6 months away, that's probably enough time to work through all 5 of these phases and become a weapon of a runner once again. So if I can get back to consistent mileage of around 70 to 80 kilometers per week by, say, July, that would be a pretty good marker for me to build some speed off. And maybe even run a PR, hopefully like a 117 or a 118, who knows? But I'll definitely need some races to kind of get myself going once again. And there's a 10K race a few weeks prior to my half marathon, so that could be where I could tick off that sub 36. And I also need to seriously work on my running form, especially my hip mobility, which I'm gonna start working on today. Okay, so that's the game plan. Build mileage, build body resilience, build some speed, and then race and get some serious race results. Sick. Well, hopefully anyway. Stay tuned. Peace. Oh, by the way, I've banned myself from even thinking about doing a marathon until I've built some sort of resilience in my body.